everyone, my name is Beatrice Rennie. Today I want to talk about sexual assault on college campus. Do you know being sexually assaulted is one of the worst things that can happen to anyone during their lifetime? Sexual assault is a major problem in the United States, and specifically on campus today. While no one thing would be able to solve this issue, I believe RAIN is an effective charity that is working well to combat sexual assault and raise awareness. Sexual assault has become one of the forefront issues of our day. There has been an increasing rate of sexual assault in our society, specifically on college campuses. Here's why this is really a problem. According to the National Sexual Violence Resources Center, 1 in 5 women will be sexually assaulted at some point in their lifetime. The cost of rape costs more than any other crime, even drunk driving. So this is one of the most common crimes in the United States. The National Sexual Violence Resource Center also reports that it costs more annually than any other crime, including drunk driving. Rape costs out of $127 billion, while murder costs $71 billion and drunk driving $61 billion. Here's how this problem impacts your life. Sexual assault happens very often on campus. It can happen to anyone sitting in this room with me here today. 1 in 4 women experience sexual assault while they are at campus. According to the National Sexual Violence Resources, 1 in 5 would be sexually assaulted. Every semester, a student attending a college will have some point experience some inappropriate, unwanted attention. There is always someone at school who tends to make someone uncomfortable, be it through eye contact, persistent advances. Of course, we do our best to ignore it or just report the bothersome activity, but that can only do so much without someone finding a way around such things. Someone is always going an extra mile to get what he or she wants, even if it's the expense of our victim. We can turn a blind eye on our friends, our family, or our associates in these dark sexual assault situations. Campus sexual assault is a problem with plenty of factors regarding its statistics. The statistics clearly show a group of people who are affected by heinous act of sexual assault. Everyone knows that sexual assault isn't a topic that is on top of the list to talk about. People usually even try to go as far as hide it or cover it up. Though it's clear for certain covering something up doesn't make it all right, it won't make it go away. The problem is still there. For that exact fact is a very reason that sexual assault is something that needs to be brought to light. We all have means and capability to make a change in this world for better of sexual assault. Whether it's reporting an incident, the victim retelling his or her story to those who were listening, or forming groups against any means of sexual assault. This would greatly help indeed. But take this into consideration. What would happen if such things were never to be done? That being the case, we would be more likely to suffer in the long run for having much more campus attenders being violated and sexually assaulted, especially for our known individual who is attending school for semesters. We basically saying that we could care less about the well-being of our friends, our family, and associates who are being themselves on campuses. If they get sexually assaulted, it would be their own fault. In actuality, the fault would have been ours. We don't want that to. The colleges that deny acting upon accusation needs to be scrutinized for their actions. Every sexual assault case needs to be examined with justice, care, respect of the victim. Persecution level of accused needs to be increased to where no man or woman has the right to commit a crime but can get away with it. Students that think that college campuses cannot do anything about it, or that college staff and faculty will not believe them. There are times when the victim report the crime, but the staff neglects their assault by protecting the rapist, or have untrained faculty ask useless questions that is on the rising. Mariska Hargitay, founder of the Joyful Heart, stated, "It is really screwed up. We are in a really screwed up world. It's not our fault and what happens to you. It doesn't make you the monster. If you were sexually assaulted, it's not your fault. Sexual assault and rape awareness is not emphasized as much as it should be on campuses. Most students think that will never happen to me. Those are the students that don't protect themselves or take extra precaution. Recently, a sexual assault and a rape has been dealt with accordingly at Bowling Green University. My hypothesis is fear of assaulter prevents an individual from reporting a sexual assault committed towards them. My null hypothesis is fear that does not affect or if it's an individual report a sexual assault. My independent variable is a fear of the assaulter, and my dependent variable is unreported sexual assault. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, when crimes are not reported to the police, victim may not be able to obtain necessary support to cope with victimization, and offenders may go unpunished. The U.S. Department of Justice states, valid point. In order for a victim to obtain the necessary service need, they have to disclose of the incident and seek help. In looking at different cases of sexual exploitation, issue become clear as why it happens so often, where it happens. The most important concept to acknowledge is why the individual who were violated did not tell anyone. This is because they feel that they will bring shame on their family and everyone they know. Errors in poverty are more likely to happen. Programs have been provided to initially prevent rapes of students, especially in situations where a student is vulnerable. Another issue of an on-campus rape is that it is least to report. Administrators worry about the title of college and don't want their reputations to be ruined. So in conclusion, when a victim comes to us and report there's a sexual assault that happened to them, we need to report it to somebody else. We don't need to cover this up, because this is something that has been going on, and it's going to continue to go on. First of all, it's going to affect you one day. If not you, maybe your children, maybe your family, maybe your sister, maybe your sibling, maybe somebody in your family. So you don't want this kind of behavior to go on and on. So we need to keep reporting it. Thank you.